I have 5 things that I want to share with home cooks that will help them start cooking better immediately. Number 1 is going to be salt. Now with salt, you obviously have oversalting and you have undersalting. Oversalting, I think, is going to be your more egregious of the two, and undersalting, I think, is going to be your more common of the two. Now, when I am cooking food, I like to salt in every step. If you oversalt one step, then maybe you don't need to add salt in the next step. But you can control your salt as you go, and you don't have to end up dumping a bunch of salt in at the end, or it's not, or maybe it's over salty. Just taste your food and you'll get used to salting your food in the right ways. One thing to keep in mind is the different types of salt. Pretty much any culinary salt is going to be 97 to 99% sodium chloride, and so basically it's going to have the same saltiness. They have trace minerals in them that will give them different colors and maybe a slightly different flavor, but ultimately the saltiness won't change. What will change the saltiness is the size of the grain of salt, or the size of the crystal of the salt. So if you have a bigger salt and you have a tablespoon of it, well, then you'll have more gaps. It won't be as compact, so it'll be technically less salt. But if you have a tablespoon of, say, table salt, then it's going to be more compact and it's going to be saltier per tablespoon. So yeah, taste your food and just adjust accordingly. Number 2 is stop overcooking your chicken. Now, a lot of people will say they do not like white meat, or they just like dark meat because it's juicier, more tender. It's a fair point most times because a lot of people overcook chicken, and they overcook chicken breasts in particular. But what I like to do is I take my chicken off at 158. Now, when you take your chicken off of the cooking surface, the outside is going to be much hotter than the inside. If you let it rest, that residual heat on the outside will bring that internal temperature up to that 165. Now, the 165 is what the USDA recommends for cooking chicken to kill bacteria. But at 165, you only need it to be there for like a second. It's instantaneous. It kills the bacteria and you're good. Well, if you were to cook your chicken to 160, say, if it were to stay at 160, it would only need 15 seconds to be the same as at 165 for no seconds. So if you take your chicken off at 158 and you let it rest, you are going to be perfect. You should be perfectly fine with any bacteria that might be in there. Douglas Baldwin is the man that came up with the research, and he based it off of lethality data from the USDA. So I'm not a scientist, and I'm not telling you to eat raw chicken for sure. But what I am saying is it's reasonably safe to take your chicken off earlier than 165. You will have juicier, more tender chicken, and it'll be really well done. Another tip is to make the chicken all the same thickness. So you can either butterfly them or flatten them out, but a lot of times you get the chicken breast where you have one skinny side and one thick side. So if you don't flatten it out, one side of your chicken is going to either be raw and the other side is cooked okay, or you're going to have one side that is chicken jerky and the other side's cooked okay. Either way, it's much simpler if you just flatten it out. Number 3 is to plan ahead and prep ahead. If you are cooking a meal on a Monday that needs onions, and you know you're going to need onions on Tuesday or Wednesday, go ahead and chop up more onions and have them ready for you on Tuesday or Wednesday. The same for any ingredient, really, most ingredients. And if you're able to do this, the person that has that 9-to-5 job, when they come home and they don't feel like cooking, it is much nicer to just put something together. It's like one of those box meals or those boxes that come with all the ingredients and you just kind of put it together. I know a lot of people really love those, but they're very expensive. And when you do this at home and you prep your own stuff, you can save a ton of money and get kind of the same effect. Number 4 is be adventurous. Now, this might be my favorite one. This is where we get to really experiment and try new things. But it's also where we can try old things as well. Things that we don't particularly like, or things that maybe we tried once and it was like, When you can find something that you don't like, it opens up a world of opportunities. Budgeting wise, if there's things on sale and it's something that you don't like, but you can make it tasty, well, then your budget's going to thank you for it. I would challenge you, if you find things you don't like, try them again and try to make them tasty. Say you don't like Brussels sprouts, there are tons of really killer Brussels sprouts recipes. You could do salt and pepper, garlic powder, add a little bit of honey or maybe some bacon fat. There are endless possibilities. So try old things and try to make them tasty. Now, trying new things is really fun too. We're going to be trying some kind of crazy things, and maybe some of these things are new to you. We're definitely going to try some octopus. We're going to, as I mentioned, make a beef Wellington, braised short rib ravioli. I'm going to try some macarons, not macaroons, not the coconut ones, the ones that look like little hamburgers, macarons. We're going to make them from scratch. That's going to help us with our budget as well, because those things are expensive. We're just going to have tons of fun. We're going to be adventurous. We're going to try new things. And most of the time, we're going to stay in budget or be budget friendly. Be adventurous. Try new things. Try old things. Take something that maybe you don't like and make it tasty. Except maybe liver. Who knows? Maybe we'll try. Number 5, view cooking as an act of service. When you view cooking as an act of service, it brings so much more joy into your life. It seems a little bit like selfish, because when you're cooking something for someone and they enjoy it, it brings you joy, and it's part of the reason that I cook. But it is just the joy that I get from seeing people have good food and be able to have good conversation around good food and just enjoy their time together. It is just a fun experience, and I love cooking for my family and seeing my kids light up when they eat maybe something that kids don't normally eat, but they think it's amazing. Whatever the case may be, it's just really great when you have good food and you're able to serve people through your food and just have a good time and enjoy it and view it as an act of service. So those are my 5 tips, and I hope you got something from them. And if you did, I would love for you to consider subscribing to the channel. Again, this is my first episode, but we will be going on a journey, hopefully over the years together, of just growing and becoming better home cooks. So thank you. And until the next one, see ya.